How did America take down Admiral Yamamoto after breaking Japanese codes? The story of one of the most daring intelligence operations of World War II. If you're a fan of history and true stories that change the world, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new story. In April 1943, Japan and the United States were locked in a brutal war across the Pacific. But behind the battles, ships, and aircraft, another war was being fought in secret, a war of intelligence and code-breaking. Japan was transmitting military orders through encrypted communications, while American intelligence officers worked around the clock to intercept those messages and uncover Japanese military movements. Then, in one of the most important intelligence breakthroughs of the war, the Americans intercepted a highly classified Japanese message containing something they never expected to obtain: Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto's travel schedule, route, and estimated arrival time. Yamamoto was no ordinary officer. He was commander-in-chief of the Japanese Combined Fleet and one of Japan's most prominent naval commanders. He had also played a major role in planning the attack on Pearl Harbor, which brought the United States directly into World War II. Now, Yamamoto had become a target. But there was a serious problem. If the Americans attacked Yamamoto using the intercepted message, Japan might realize that its communications had been compromised. So American commanders planned an extremely precise and secret operation, later known as Operation Vengeance. On the morning of April 18, 1943, 16 American P-38 Lightning fighters took off from Henderson Field on Guadalcanal. The mission was extremely dangerous. The aircraft flew hundreds of miles over the Pacific, maintaining a low altitude to avoid detection. Their objective was simple: intercept Yamamoto's aircraft before it reached its destination. After hours of flying, the American pilots finally spotted the Japanese formation. Two Mitsubishi G-4M Betty bombers, escorted by Japanese Zero fighters. Yamamoto was aboard one of the bombers. Suddenly, the American P-38s attacked. Within minutes, what had begun as a routine flight turned into a deadly aerial battle. Yamamoto's aircraft was hit and crashed into the jungle of Bougainville Island. The man who had been one of Japan's most important naval commanders was dead. But for the United States, the mission was far from over. A much more dangerous question remained: how could Washington prevent Japan from discovering exactly how the Americans had found Yamamoto? If Japan realized that its encrypted communications had been broken, it could change its communication systems and shut down one of America's most valuable sources of intelligence. So the Americans kept the source of their information secret and carefully concealed how they had learned Yamamoto's route. The operation had succeeded in eliminating a critically important military target. But at the same time, the United States had to protect an even greater secret: the secret of its code-breaking success. And that is why the Yamamoto operation remains one of the most remarkable examples of intelligence, code-breaking, strategic planning, and air power during World War II.